Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Horror Country podcast. Today, we have a amazing movie here. We are talking about Wes Craven's classic. No, not that burned up scar guy. We are talking about Scream, which is very, very good movie, but also a horror classic. And if you haven't seen it, you've probably been living under a rock. But we are here to talk about one of the greatest horror movies ever made, Scream. And we're going to have a lot of fun covering it. And I'm very excited. This is one of our favorite movies. As you see here, we have met two people from Scream. I've met Matthew. We've both met David Arquette. So
I didn't meet Matthew, so
I've also met Heather Matarazzo. But she was in Scream 3. So
that's a story for another day. We'll cover that story when we do Scream 3.
exactly. But we are here today, of course, to talk about the first movie, the one that
Well, actually,
started it
wait a
all.
minute. Hold up. Now, hold. Now, I do have this moment. Okay, so it's back in 2024. I didn't meet her, but as I was walking by the aisles, I walked past Rose McGowan's table, and I just kind of looked over. She looked at me, and I just waved, and she waved back at me. So technically, I did meet her.
Okay, so we, but I mean, this movie inspired so much. I mean, a few popular horror movies right now, and even impressed itself with box office records because because of Scream 7, this franchise is now a $1 billion franchise. So congratulations to Scream. But
Congratulations. Well
but
deserved.
yeah, but and also because the man doesn't get as much love as Wes Craven and the actors. Uh, Good job on Kevin Williamson for making a great script. Really good from beginning to end, and really, I know that because Scream is basically a parody of horror movies, and then Scary Movie came out and was like a parody of Scream, so it kind of where it worked very well there. But we are here to talk about everything from about Scream 1. So you ready, man?
I'm ready.
Alrighty. So this movie starts off. Drew Barrymore's at home all alone. Her parents are out of the house. And she gets a mysterious call on the phone. She thinks it's her boyfriend, but then this voice opens up and says, what's your favorite scary movie? And then, she's playing some trivia right now. And I mean, there's a few, she gets a few right, you know how it goes. You get things right, and that's great. But she says she's a die-hard horror fan. She can ace this quiz no matter what. And then we get to the question, who is the killer in Friday the 13th? And uh, she said the wrong one because the killers meant Friday the 13th Part One, and even though they weren't very clear, she says Jason. And as we know, that is incorrect, Noah. So she has to die.
Well, I don't know about she has to, but according to these sickos, she has to die. But I don't know in real life if she has to die or because she failed the trivia question. I mean, that would be one hell of a trivia night. You get it wrong and you die. I'm just like, oh God. Woo, we cannot fuck this up.
Yeah, imagine you go on Jeopardy. You get the question wrong, they just shoot you right there.
That's why they call it Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy.
Yo, life is in jeopardy. You get this question wrong.
If you get 3 questions wrong, you're done. But so Mr. Ghostface starts chasing her, and she gets out to her backyard, and Ghostface does like a Naruto teleportation move and spawns right behind her. and stabbing her and stuff. And then Ghostface is like, I want to make a pretty little decoration here. So he hangs her to a tree and poses her all nice and well. You know how it goes. I
Pretty decoration, bro. What?
mean, he's like, oh, her boyfriend and her make such lovely art pieces. I can't wait for the parents to come home and see this. And so her parents come home and see it. And let's just say they're not a fan of Mr. Ghostface's artwork.
I hope not.
So now it's like the next day, everyone's found out that Drew Barrymore died, and it was a real shock to everyone because she usually doesn't die, and she did in the first like 10 minutes of this movie. So,
She was like such a big star. I didn't expect them to just kind of take her out like that and that quick.
but then we actually go to the main cast of this movie. uh, Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott, Skeet Ulrich as Billy Loomis, Matthew Lillard as Stu Macher, David Arquette over there, Noah, as uh, as Dewey the cop.
My favorite
Uh,
character, by the way.
yeah, we all love Dewey.
I
Hashtag
love
we
him more
stand with
though.
Dewey. Uh, then we got Courtney Cox as Gail Weathers, and Rose McGowan as Tatum, and of course Jamie Kennedy as Randy. And then also Henry Winkler's in this movie for like 5 minutes. Unfortunately, well, we'll tell you what happens to him in a minute. But we meet our cast of characters. Everyone's going over like they can't believe Drew Barrymore died. They're like, she only got 10 minutes of screen. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But
Bro inserts himself in this movie what he would have said.
but no. Everyone's sad that Drew Barrymore died, and so they're all talking, and then Stu and Billy are making some really gruesome, dark jokes. I wonder if that will come to bite them in the butt later. But
Liver alone. Get out. Get liver. It's a joke.
but
Did you
because
put her
Rand,
liver in the mailbox? Because I heard that they found her liver in the mailbox.
yeah, but then I did want to say this, Noah. So Randy feels like, hey, I'm feeling a little rusty on my horror knowledge, so they go over to Blockbuster, and he's like, I need to get some horror movies, and then Stu goes with him, and then this is where we get our most popular line from this movie, one of the most popular. Everybody's a suspect, Noah. They're all suspects. Come on now.
What? Everybody, even little Timmy? What?
So everyone in the Blockbuster is looking at him like he's a flipping freak because he's like screaming in the middle of the store, and so but while Stu's with Randy, well, Henry Winkler is like, he really wants some, you know, female attention. You know, Noah, you know how we want a female in our lives to be nice with. You know what I mean? And so he's basically making out with the mop over here. And he doesn't notice while he's doing his role play that the Mr. Ghostface walks in, and well, uh, let's just say Mr. Ghostface wants to be the one to grade all the reports, so he had to get some fresh new ink from Henry Winkler's body. Yes, his blood was all over that principal's office that day. No, it's like, what the fuck?
That's gonna be some fresh ink, bro.
Used report cards are the freshest. So then everyone finds out about Henry Winkler's death. They're like, oh, the principal is even gone? How could they kill the fawns like that?
At this point, they killed Drew Barrymore. They killed the Fonz. Anybody can die at this point. Who
Everybody's a
cares anymore?
suspect.
Anybody can die at this point.
Um, so,
Scream was going all in.
but because of all of this devastation, but because of all of
We'll
this
cover
going
that
on,
on Scream 7.
I know, but because of all this stuff going on, we well, Stu is like, well, boys and girls, why don't you just come to my parents' house and we can all have a party? We won't be alone. You know, we can all be safe together. And everyone's like, well, that sounds fun. We could all be safe together, right?
That
Wink,
does sound
wink.
fun. Where's my invitation?
Exactly. I mean, you know, sometimes you just gotta throw a rave when all your friends are getting killed. It's no big deal. And so they all go. They all. But
I
during it,
sense a little bit of
well,
sarcasticness in that tone, Mister.
but before this, Noah, Gail Weathers notices a little something about Sydney, that how all of these people are somehow connected to her, or she's very close to, end up dying. So she's like, "Well, are you the killer, or are you an accomplice to these killers?" And you know, just Gail being Gail, you know, just being a snotty reporter. So we get a classic trope for these movies
Is
as
this
well.
like your Scream fan fiction? Because I don't think that happened.
No, but no, basically, but no, she is accusing Cindy of things. And let's just say Sydney just wanted to KO that bitch, so she punches her right in the face, and now it's time for the party. No,
Wait, guys. We just got to clear something up. We got to be factual with what we're putting out there. She doesn't accuse Sydney of being a killer. She accuses Sydney of lying about Cotton Weary killing her mother.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's another good scene. She's like, "Oh, I'll wait for it." She goes, "I'll send you a copy." Bam! Bitch went down. Sid, super bitch.
yeah. But now no. After you punch a reporter, you're like, I really need some alcohol, so it's time for the party.
Well, no, because after that they went back to Tatum's house.
Well, yes, yes, they do. No, do you want to talk? Do you want to talk about Tatum's house?
No, you got this. I'm sorry. Just saying,
It's
you're gonna recap
basically
a movie.
nothing
You gotta do it
important.
right. Just saying.
I mean, all they do is talk about Billy for most of it. It's basically the setup to the party. That's basically what it is. Because Tatum and Sydney go together to Stu's house, and all of that beautiful jazz. You are being so silent right now. What are you doing?
I'm just letting bro take the wheel. I'm shutting up. I'm letting him do his job.
Well, it's half your job too, sir. So you can talk if you want.
Sir, you do the recaps. I'm just gonna be sitting on the sidelines waiting to be the comedic relief and correct any uh errors that might happen along the way. I'm just here for comedic relief and
All
correcting
right,
errors.
all right. So basically, you know, they chill out for a bit after everything goes down, and then they get to the party, and then basically everyone gets in there, and they're having a good time, and Randy using another classic horror movie, Halloween. He goes over these slasher kill book, like how to avoid a killer in real life through the spirit of horror movies. Don't we love it? And
And what are
so
the rules?
and what?
And what are the rules to surviving in a horror movie?
Well, now listen, this might be out of order, but the main rules are and of course Stu makes a joke out of this, like never go alone, never go alone. Uh, don't like knock the killer down and then just stay. Don't knock the killer down and stay in the house. Leave. Do not stay in the house. Leave if you can have a chance to escape, and then do do not do not say "I'll be right back" when you leave a room, because that means you'll die. And then of course Stu says, "I'll be
Hey
right
man, you want a
back."
beer?
What?
Hey man, you want a beer?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. But yeah, during this, Tatum goes to get some beer for the boys. We all need some good old drinks. No, and so she goes to go get that, and Billy and Sydney go up to their by our private room up there. But we'll get back to these lovebirds later. We'll get back to them in a minute. Um, basically, uh, Ghostface follows Tatum, which is pretty obvious which Ghostface this is. It's pretty obvious who it is, but we'll reveal that in the end cap. But Ghostface follows Tatum. She thinks it's like someone just trolling. Nah, this is the real Ghostface motherfucker. And she, well, trying to escape from Ghostface, she gets herself stuck in the garage door. And Ghostface is like, well, what does this up button do? And crushes her with the garage door. He's like, man, I can't believe I made such beautiful art. Man, look how these fluids just drape and make this beautiful picture here. So Ghostface is admiring his artwork, and well, as you know, Ghostface goes back inside. Yay! But basically everybody's dipped or doing something else. It's suddenly Randy on the couch, and well, Ghostface thinks about stabbing Randy, but he's like, nah, I don't think so. I don't want to do that. He seems chill. So next we cut back to our lovebird couple over here. Sydney and Billy. They getting it on, all that stuff, and then as soon as he tries to get it on, Ghostface just breaks through the door and stabs him. He's like, "Bro, I was actually getting some, and you come in here like this." So Billy goes down, and then Sydney, yes. Do you have something to say?
No.
I'm doing well.
I mean, there's a few things, but I'm not gonna be nitpicky today. It's not like you're getting anything wrong. It's just like you're kind of just hopping all over the place, like out of order. But I'm not gonna be nitpicky today, so I'm just gonna let you continue.
Well, listen. I'm just trying to cover the most important things, you know. But I mean, the other thing too is that like Gail comes there when Dewey comes there because they wanted to check on Sydney or whatever. So they're there too. But basically, the thing is that Sydney, like she's trying to get away from Ghostface, and well, like all good horror movies and all. And literally, she heard Randy say this. She's like, leave the house if you can. Don't stay and like fight on the staircase or whatever. Sydney does the exact opposite and acts like a damsel in distress in every horror movie. So there we go. And well, what happens next? No.
I don't know, man. You tell me. You're doing a great job explaining stuff. Keep going.
Well, basically, this little goose chase
Minus
ends.
a few errors and a few things that are out of order, but I mean, besides that, you're doing really good.
Listen. I'm just trying to make it make sense for the people. But
The people are watching this and they're like, ah!
yeah, I mean, my synopsis is supposed to be the movie. If you haven't seen Scream, you got to go watch it. But
Y'all, I suggest you pause this episode right now, go watch the movie, and then when you watch this episode, you're gonna be piecing everything out of order back together, and you're gonna be like, okay, now it makes sense.
exactly. But basically, after Sydney gets away from Ghostface, Billy stumbles in. Well, actually, he stumbles out the house, and Randy's day. Well, Randy and all them are there.
Wait, Billy stumbles out of the house.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. They're in the ghost. Sorry, wait, they're in the Ghostface chase. She jumps
No,
out the
no,
window.
no, 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 no. Billy never stumbled out of the house.
Well, I know, but they're in the Ghostface chase. Sydney jumps out the window, sees Tatum dead, and then that's when she meets up with Randy. And oh God. And then Billy comes out the front porch. Yeah.
Huh,
No, wait. No, it's
sir?
Stu. It's Stu. No, it's Stu. And she locks Stu. She locks Stu and Randy out of the house. Like they're both outside. And then Billy comes to her in the house and reveals that he's Ghostface. Because that's what happened. And then this creepy little fuck behind him. But Matthew Lillard's great at playing good creepy villains. He is. It's just, but he comes up behind them, and they're like, "But Sid, we're both the ghost faces. We've done all this to you." And Billy's like, "It's because your mom was a hoe, Sydney. That's why."
Whoa, family show.
And she's like, and Billy's like, "Well, also, but," and then she's like, "Wait, I thought you got stabbed." And he's like, "Corn syrup, like they use in Carrie." And well, he's like, "Listen,
Sir,
I'm doing this because your mom messed with my dad,
sir,
so now I'm gonna ruin your family."
sir,
What?
sir.
What?
The pig's blood line comes during the reveal that he's the killer.
Yes, I know that. I forgot to say it, which is why I said it. I said that. Noah.
Just saying, we gotta get the timeline right. We're gonna be confusing people.
I get it, but basically, after the reveal, they pull what? What?
I ain't say nothing.
Oh, okay, sorry. But then they pull Sydney's dad out of the pantry, and well, um, that Sydney's dad and Sydney both say sorry to each other, and then Billy and Sue are like, "We gotta make this look real, man. We gotta make it look like one of us." So they just start stabbing each other, like friends do, like psychopathic friends do. Just
Bruh,
start
that what
killing.
friends be doing? Shit.
Yeah, and well, then we get a very famous line, Noah, from Matthew Lillard after the stabbing. He's holding the white phone and says, "My
I'm
mom's
feeling a
gonna be
little
so,
woozy here.
my mom's gonna be so mad at me."
Did you really call the police? You bet your sorry ass I did. My mom and dad are gonna be so mad
Yeah, but basically, during this little freak show, Sydney starts to run away, and well, let's just say, our boy Stu, he follows from behind. Just like a normal person in this situation would do. Nothing off about him, right? Like clearly not.
at me. Huh.
I'm joking, but he follows Sydney, and he he says to Sydney that he's always had a thing. I've always had a thing for you, Sid. And then
In your
Sydney,
dreams.
and then knocks his bitch ass down and throws a CRT on him. And kids, if you don't know what that is, it's a giant television, and it's not a flat screen. It's a square, it's a big, giant
What?
square box.
It's a non-flat screen TV. Are you sure that's real? That sounds like a myth to me.
Yeah, just imagine if your TV was like 100 pounds. So that falls on him,
Damn.
and
That's a tough way to go.
yeah. So outside, of course, Dewey and Gail hear all this commotion going on. They're like, "We got to get in there," and so because of Gail and Dewey, well, Billy gets his ass shot,
Because of Gail and Dewey.
and Randy.
Are you sure about that one?
Well, if you want to help me out, no, I know. Well, not Dewey, because he's laying in the
Yeah,
front
there we
yard.
go. I don't know. I was about to say Gail and Randy sounds about right, but I don't know Dewey.
Not yeah. No, Dewey's laying in the front yard, almost dead. Don't worry about him.
He laying on that front porch.
Yeah. Dewey got Dewey got a little brutalized as well because of
A little?
nah. Let's not a little, more like how are you still alive, sir? But yeah, Sydney gets a gun, gets Billy down on the ground, and just shoots his forehead. She's like, "Not today, motherfucker! You ain't killing me!" Bam! And Billy's dead. So both of our killers have passed away. They clearly have not come back for any sequels. I don't know what you're talking about, but yes. And then Noah, like you do when you survive a traumatic experience. You're happy, traumatized, a little sad, and somehow that man Dewey is still alive because he's going to the hospital. Like at the end of every Scream movie, Dewey always finds a way that he gets extremely brutalized, but is still alive. Well,
Because he's the man.
he is the man, and That's when we see Gail and Dewey's relationship start to form.
He puts the Sir in Survivor.
He does. And of course, like Randy is gonna help Sydney as well. And that's where like Scream ends. It's like they all have survived this night, but what waits for them after is basically the end of the movie. Are they happy after? Are they sad? Does something else traumatic happen? Well, when we cover Scream 2, you'll find out. But yeah, I think it's a classic. I really love Scream. I think honestly, no, you know what I'd say about this movie?
What do you say about this movie?
I'd say this is a horror movie that is a genuine 10 out of 10. I would not change anything about this movie. It's that good. What do you think about that?
What do I think about this movie? This movie is 100 out of 10, absolute perfection. If there was ever a movie who were like, man, I wonder what's a movie that you could consider the perfect movie? Scream, and every single sequel is the perfect movie. I wouldn't change a single thing about Scream or any of the sequels. I would not change a single thing. Well, actually, I would change one thing about Scream 7, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, Scream. Yeah, I mean,
We'll talk about that when we cover Scream 7. But other than that, I give this movie 100 out of 10 because it's absolute perfection. Great cast, great story, great plot, great twist, great soundtrack, great cast, great characters. Everything was absolute perfection. The
yes.
cast and crew did a phenomenal job on this one.
Yeah, and it's like we love Scream so much. It's like, you know, if in the last year I've started a cast piece, and I have and Noah now has my Matthew Lillard's. Oh well, it was his anyway. I bought that figure for Noah to have for Matthew Lillard, so but it's always been his. I just I wasn't able to give it to him until recently, but he has that. So it's like but on it says Noah and Nick. So we have a Matthew Lillard
Yeah, so it's
because
not just mine, it's ours.
yeah, because it has because we're brothers. We share the Matthew Lillard. We share that bond. But on my personal item, I have Heather Matarazzo, David Arquette, and I think that well that's it for now. But I'm going to be getting Skeet and possibly Lee Waddell as well because I need to add a few more to that. But I think, but and also it's like we I would put Scream up there in my top three franchises of all time for horror. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if anyone was like, where do I start with horror? I'd instantly recommend like Scream, Halloween, and like Friday, like stuff like that. And then you get me in my top five. We get Nightmare on Elm Street in there, and then there's one more. I'd throw Saw in there if you can handle it. If you can handle the violence, Saw for sure. I love Saw. But yeah, Scream definitely up there as one of the greats. And I can't wait to meet more cast members and do more because of this movie. So yeah. And also I need Rose McGowan. Because she's like the final charm member, like the main charm member I need.
What about Alyssa Milano.
Wait, who?
What about Alyssa Milano? Don't you need her?
Uh, I've heard she's not that nice. I've heard she's.
Bro, what? Okay,
I'm
yeah,
all
okay.
right.
I've heard. Okay, okay. Before anybody in the chat starts going, bitch, bullshit. Okay, I've heard those same things too. But me personally, I would like to meet her. Still.
Even if it's a shitty experience.
Okay, if it's a shitty experience, at least then I can be like, yeah, she's not really that good of a person. But I mean, I don't want to just go off based on what other people say. Because I mean, I could meet her and she could be like the nicest person in the world. I'm not gonna judge her based off of other people's negative experiences and stuff. Like, sure, she might have done some questionable things, but that was back then. We are now in the present. We got to focus on the present.
Yeah, but I definitely want Jamie Kennedy to come back out. I know he was in Louisville recently. I just couldn't go to that. So, well, I mean, me and you both couldn't. So, but I'd love to meet Jamie Kennedy. So,
I
yeah.
probably could have, but I didn't feel
You
like
know
going to Louisville.
Wait, what is it?
I probably could have, but I didn't feel like going to Louisville.
Well, yeah. For me, it's a little tougher now, but because I'm not in Kentucky
It's just
anymore.
like Louisville's like a rough area,
Well, and especially the area they picked is rough. Yeah. So,
especially at night. It's like I don't want to be caught dead at night, bro. Not in Louisville.
yeah. But I genuinely uh I'm excited for the Scream cast members that Spawn of Scarefest is getting this summer. Well, in a few weeks now, actually, because I just spoilers. The day we put up our scary movie review, which will be on June 5th, we will be at Spawn of Scarefest to walking around, meeting Skeet Ulrich, doing some fun things with our con buddies. So if somehow you watch this and you're going to Spawn of Scarefest, just let us know, and you might meet a new con buddy. But yeah, really, really
I guess we'll
excited.
start taking applications for new con buddies, but our roster might be full.
But yeah, we are very excited to meet Skeet Ulrich. Got to meet Billy himself. And I will meet Matthew Lillard again because I need him on my big boy Ghostface. So, but yeah,
I hope to meet him someday so I can finally say I met him.
I think he'll be back somewhere soon. But I, yeah, I'm very excited, very excited. So,
Me too.
yeah, and I'm
Sorry
gonna
about that brief
try.
pause. I had a moment.
Wait, what?
Sorry about that brief pause. I had a moment.
Mm.
I lost all train of thought for a second.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, we have. It's like I know it's like kind of crazy to say this, but the past 3 years doing Scarefest, doing these conventions, like Scream has been a major part of our lives. The reason we went to Scarefest the first time is because they got Matthew Lillard, and we were like, oh, Scream, and of course Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff too. We were like, oh my gosh, we gotta meet him, and even though I had to wait at 3 in the morning to meet him, it was a great opportunity. I'm so happy we did, and I did, because Noah
Who's
couldn't
this
go.
we? I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, no, Noah couldn't go, unfortunately. But
Even if I could, I'm still like 3 a.m. I feel like that is the most unnecessary way to meet a celebrity. 3 a.m. is crazy, especially when it's cold outside. 3 a.m. You know
it
how
was it was
when
it
it's
was a
cold
little
outside, you
chill.
know it's gonna be colder during the average day. It's gonna be colder in the middle of the night than the average day. It was probably like what 30, maybe colder than that at 3 in the morning.
Well, let me set the scene for everyone. It was a it was in October, so in like at the end of fall,
So it's cold as shit.
October morning, like late night and going into morning. And so yeah, it was a
Cold as
little
shit.
cold. It was a little cold.
A little cold, bro. Freaking Friday, we were waiting to get into the
I w-
building for day one, and it was like evening. I was fucking freezing. I didn't have a coat because I didn't expect it to be that cold. I was fucking freezing, and it was the evening. At 3 in the morning, I don't even want to know how cold it was. You was probably freezing your nuts off.
yeah, but I had fun. And but yeah, we're definitely
Never doing that again. Mm-mm.
no. Well, that's the thing. We were able to. I was able to last year for Scarefest to finally, because he wasn't announced. I wanted Robert England. I'm like, I got to get VIP for Robert, and then they announced David Arquette, and I'm like, I'm glad we got these. But with like in like 5 minutes, uh, no, like in 2 minutes, I put all my information in and got me and Noah like VIP for life basically. So now we will never miss a big announcement or nothing like that. Like we'll be able to get there and get like tickets and stuff so we can meet these bigger guests. And so we got to meet David Arquette and Robert. It was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed.
And
And Juliette Lewis.
there you go. Gotta highlight my girl Juliet. Okay, just gotta make sure she gets the spotlight.
And if you watched our Reanimator kill count, also Barbara Crampton. Yay. Or not kill count, Reanimator review.
Kill
Goodness
count. Hold
me.
up now.
Hold on, James. Don't sue. It's not
I
a kill
don't
count.
remember doing a kill count, so either I was not present or I was drunk or passed out or all of the above.
But speaking of the kill count, we're meeting James from Dead Meat as well.
Hell yeah. Woo woo.
So that's going to be fun. James
Are
A.
my
Janice.
favorite horror YouTuber.
I know. I get someone else on my. I can get someone else on my screen pop. My jumbo Ghostface Funko Pop. I can get Dead Meat because he was in Scream 5. Yay! But I think that Scream has amassed a lot of great fans, a lot of great people, and I'm glad that that when we do these conventions, that how loyal and passionate the Scream fan base is. It's great to see, and that I know we're part of it too, but we got this franchise to $1 billion because of how good it has been and how good it is. It's a testament to the if you do stuff right by the fans and you believe and they believe that it's good, that you can get a lot of goodwill out of it, and it happened with Scream, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, is there anything you want to say about Scream or how it's important to you, man?
It's one of my favorite franchises. Because of Scream, I discovered a whole bunch of people that were in these movies, celebrities that I've come to love and love all the work that they've done. Most notably, Jamie Kennedy, Matthew Lillard, Skeet, Rose, Neve, Timothy Oliphant, Scott Foley, and many more.
Yeah. I know this is a Scream 7 thing, but I just wanted to show it. When Scream 7 came out, I got myself the Ghostface cup. Pretty cute.
You should get that signed.
Huh?
I said you should get that signed.
Maybe I will by somebody. Maybe I could get it signed by like Lee Dell. Maybe Lee Dell could sign my cup. Because mainly I'm just trying to have main people from Scream. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So maybe Lee could sign my cup. Or maybe I'll use this as my cup at Spawn, the Ghostface cup.
Bro just walks around with a bag of the cup, and I'm just like, "What's that cup?" It's Ghostface. I'm like, "Okay."
But it's yeah, I love it's an enjoyable time, and I think that's why everyone loves Scream. It's like Scream. It is like it is a horror movie, but it's one you can ease yourself into. If you don't really know horror, Scream is great because it's not like jump scares or nothing. It's not going to scare you like every 5 minutes, but it does. But you know what I mean. It's a good movie as well as being a horror movie. So, like it can you. I Scream is a great entry point to horror. If you want to watch Scream first, that's great. Halloween is a good one as well, and we're going to cover Halloween on Halloween, so that's going to be fun. And so yeah, I mean, but yeah, we got like we've said before, we've got a whole slate for this year of things we want to do, and like movies that line up with holidays and everything. So we hope you all will enjoy our slate. But yeah, but next week, or not sorry, not next week. In 2 weeks, on June 5th,
Don't do
will
this
be,
to me.
yeah, in 2 weeks on June 5th will be the scary movie review for the Horror Country podcast. That will be episode 4. It's kind of crazy that we're almost 5 episodes in already.
It's crazy, and we got like the first. We got like the next after episode 5. We got like the next 20 episodes already planned out. It's crazy to see all this come to
Yeah,
fruition.
yeah. So episode 5, I believe that's Frighteners, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the Frighteners. Yeah, from so we'll be covering that after Scary Movie. When does that is that? Just give me 1 second. I think that on June 19th. So you'll either be seeing Toy Story 5 or watching this podcast. So we'll see. But yeah,
I hope y'all will choose our podcast, but if you end up doing both, hopefully you'll watch the movie and then our podcast, or watch our podcast and then the movie. But hopefully, somewhere in the mix, you'll be tuning in for the podcast.
well, the podcast will be up earlier than the movie will, so watch it. Nah. But
Watch it right now.
yeah, we thank you all for watching this episode. I I think that's it because I've kind of gone over all the Scream stuff. If you have any final thoughts, Noah, you can say them.
I already said my final thoughts a little earlier. This movie is absolute perfection.
Yeah, I mean, I think like a 50-minute episode ain't bad. Like that's close to an hour. it's just like I think we've mainly just covered everything about Scream One. We and our and how big of fans we are of Scream and the franchise. Like, I think this is honestly a pretty great podcast episode, everybody. So I think we'll probably end it here. So yeah, me and Noah, thank you for watching, and and we will definitely see you for our scary movie review on June 5th. Thank you all. Do you want to say goodbye, Noah?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tap your post notification bells on all notifications so you get notified as soon as we post a new episode. All right. Thank you guys so much. Remember, be good people, spread kindness, be kind to everybody. Thank y'all so much. Hope y'all enjoy. See you on the next one. Deuces.
See you next time. And remember, we hope you enjoy your stay in horror country. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.